Monogamy versus polygamy, gender equality in Islamic and Christian worldviews. The concepts of monogamy and polygamy have long shaped the social, legal, and moral fabric of various societies, and religion has played a significant role in shaping these practices. In Islam, polygamy is permitted with specific conditions, while Christianity generally advocates for monogamy. The question of gender equality in both traditions has sparked debates, particularly concerning how these marriage structures affect the roles and rights of men and women. Let's explore the differences between monogamy and polygamy in Islam and Christianity, examining their impact on gender roles and spiritual equality. 1. Polygamy in Islam. In Islam, the concept of gender equality is often misunderstood, and this issue touches on some of the most debated topics. I'll explain the Islamic perspective first, and then address this about Christianity and the issue of 72 virgins. In Islam, polygamy, the ability for men to marry up to 4 wives, is permitted, but with strict conditions. This allowance is mentioned in the Quran, Surah An-Nisa 4-3, where men are permitted to marry up to 4 women only if they can deal justly with all of them. If a man cannot treat all wives equally and fairly, he is advised to marry only one. The prohibition against polyandry, women marrying multiple men, is based on both moral and practical concerns. One primary concern is lineage and inheritance. In a polygamous marriage, a father can clearly be identified, but in a polyandrous marriage, determining the father of a child could be complicated, which is important for issues of inheritance and family lineage in Islamic law. Moreover, traditional gender roles assign to men the responsibility of financial support, which further explains why the system was structured this way. While the structure of family roles is different, Islamic teachings emphasize the spiritual equality of men and women. Both are seen as equal in the sight of God in terms of worship, moral responsibilities, and rights, Quran 33-35. The roles differ but are intended to complement one another. The responsibility for provision falls on men, while women are often granted more flexibility in managing the household and personal life, though this too can vary based on the family. 2. 72 virgins in paradise, heaven. The idea of 72 virgins is not explicitly mentioned in the Quran but comes from certain hadiths, sayings of the Prophet Muhammad. These descriptions are often understood metaphorically rather than literally, emphasizing the joys and rewards in paradise. Women are promised equivalent rewards. Just as men are promised happiness and fulfillment in heaven, women will also be given what brings them joy. The focus in the Quran is on the peace, pleasure, and closeness to God that both men and women will experience in the afterlife, rather than material or physical rewards. Paradise is described as a place where everyone will be content, and all desires will be satisfied in a way that is just and equal for all. 3. Gender roles and marriage in Christianity. In most Christian traditions, monogamy is the norm. Christianity teaches that marriage is a sacred covenant between one man and one woman, as mentioned in the Bible, Matthew chapter 19 verse 4-6, reflecting the union of Adam and Eve. There is no concept of multiple marriages for either gender. Christianity teaches spiritual equality between men and women, Galatians chapter 3 verse 28, where they are seen as equally valuable in the eyes of God. In marriage, men and women are often described as complementing each other. However, traditional Christian teachings also emphasize distinct roles for husbands and wives, with husbands generally seen as the leaders of the household, Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22-25. This has been interpreted differently across denominations, with modern movements pushing for more egalitarian interpretations. In summary, Islam allows men to marry up to 4 wives but does not allow women to marry multiple men, with the reasoning based on practical, social, and legal grounds. However, Islam emphasizes the spiritual and moral equality of men and women before God. Christianity generally upholds monogamy for both genders and teaches spiritual equality while assigning traditional roles within marriage. In paradise, both Islam and Christianity promise eternal rewards to men and women, though the specifics differ based on religious interpretations. In Islam, rewards are tailored to the desires of each individual, while Christianity emphasizes union with God and eternal happiness.